night race. Brag about my bike and put some dollars in your face.
It's Beacon, baby. Friday mornings, 9:20 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's probably like 5 o'clock in the morning where Mike is right now.
Yeah, it's a little early. 7:20 over here. 7:20 in the
Oh,
morning.
7:20 over there. That's actually kind of freaking late, man. You're waking up late nowadays.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Hey,
Just be honest.
actually, I know I have been messing it up a little bit, but I've had a lot of doctor's appointments, a lot of different stuff, and I got some good news. Finally, being that I've had all my issues with my leg, I got great news that I am not infected. The bone is not infected, so that means they don't have to amputate any further. And
Yeah.
I'm super psyched on that. So once this heals up, I'm back on the leg and back on the bike. You know what I mean?
That's good news right there, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. Super excited.
That's awesome news right there. So today we're going to be talking about 7 remarkable, clever tips for dating again after long-term relationships. That's something right there. That's like a mouthful, China though.
Well, according to Grumpy Rich, it sounds like an Oprah topic.
Well,
Yeah, totally. Totally.
Doesn't mean it's gonna stay Oprah.
Right. It's not gonna stay on that G rating. You know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna stay at that level.
So
Never
let's
does.
talk about this topic. Let's talk about it. Go for the first one, China.
All right. The first one is dun dun dun. Don't go.
You know what? I hate when she says that, does that.
It's a time procrastinator thing that she does to make it happen, you know?
I guess, man. Bum bum bum. What is this fucking really? Go ahead.
I don't know, but this was under my butt.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
It was a nut, and we're not talking anything sexual.
Hey, go ahead.
Don't go into details. When you start dating again, you're bound to wonder how many details you should give out to the person you are seeing.
Mike, what do you think about that statement?
Details as in what? What kind of details?
Details as far as
getting too personal with people on the first date.
Like if you just broke up and you're out of a long-term relationship, or you just got divorced, you don't want to give them too many details when you're just starting to date someone.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people get vulnerable and they'll go out there and all of a sudden they'll kind of trauma dump. You know, they have it. We all have issues, but they'll kind of go out there and they'll kind of have this trust with these people, and then all of a sudden they'll trauma dump, and it's like, all right, dude, like, get away from me, man. You got a little too many problems. But yeah, for sure. That's why I say you need to have some time away from the dating. If you've been in a long-term relationship and then all of a sudden there's you guys break up or whatever, you need some time to be able to be alone and accept yourself. If you can't do that, then it's going to be really hard moving forward.
Danny.
Yeah, I could agree with Mike on that one. I don't give any details, shit, ever. I try not to.
Well, I think that puts you at a disadvantage and makes you look like a wacko to the person that you're sitting at a date with. You know, I don't know how the dating scene is anymore, but
It's rough.
I just think that would be something real messed up to do, China.
Well, I don't think you want to put all your, put everything out there when you just got out of a relationship.
Look at me with you. I didn't even tell you I was married at the time.
No.
That's savage.
That's a detail you should put out there a little bit.
That's a little savagery, dude.
Yeah. When we started dating, I had no clue he was married.
See, I keep things to myself.
With one child and one on the way.
Honestly, I think
Bro.
like the first date. I mean, why give any details to each other at all? You know, you should get to know each other and figure out if you even want to go on a second date. You know.
True.
My girl princess is back. But
That's a
really,
girl right there, huh?
if you're married, Mike, and you find somebody that's hot, maybe things are going bad in your relationship,
Sure.
would you tell her that you were married? We're men. We're disgusting. That goes again. I pull your man card.
We are full on savages. I will tell you that sex is a nonstop thing that is it's a nonstop thing that is we probably think about it 10,000 times a day. You know, that's the difference between like how we're hardwired versus women. They're not designed to think that way. You know, for us, we just nonstop think that way. So yeah, probably not.
Now going to Danny, who is the saint of the men.
Yes, he is. He is the like all be well, you know, man here. We should follow in this man's steps because he is like God, you know, in this way. Very godlike.
No,
That's
you
why
got me
like
confused with somebody else.
that's why all the women like him and not me and Mikey because we believe in holding a woman.
You believe in what?
Molding.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I think you should be honest, man.
Well,
And
then
here's why. Here's why.
Go ahead.
I don't know about anybody else on this panel, but I could definitely speak for myself when I say it sucks when you're sitting there on a quote unquote date with this fine woman and you chilling and you're working on your game plan for the night and nothing ruins a game plan than a fucking angry husband come walking in the door wanting to fight you and shit and you don't even know why. So now you got to go hands on. Now you got a felony case on your hands because this bitch didn't want to tell you the truth.
Yeah, he's coming at you with a 2x4, you know what I
So,
mean? Like,
you know, and I've been there, man. I have honestly been there. So, yeah, be honest, man.
that's why
Don't
you don't go
bullshit.
back to her house. You go back to your place. That's what
Exactly.
happens.
Or
Do not
get
go
a
back to her place.
get a Momo real quick. But be honest because I've been put in that situation, man, and I had to, you know, get involved in a situation that I shouldn't have even had to. You know, and next thing I know, you know, some guy gets hurt for absolutely no reason for being a man, and I couldn't be mad at him, but I can't go out like that either. So that's a shitty situation, man. So I say be honest and just tell the truth. And you know what? If things click and things work out the way they're going to work out, they're going to work out either way, you know. And I'm speaking from firsthand experience on that too.
Now, China Doll, would you have gave me a shot if I told you I was married?
No.
So I did the right thing.
See, that just proves right there that women cannot handle the truth.
That's a whole other show, and I'm not going to be available that day.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to be signing off that day.
No, if you would
I
have told
almost
me,
signed off today on accident.
if you would have told me you were married and had one kid and one on the way, no, especially since that one was born 2 weeks after we started dating. So yeah, but 2 weeks into our 2 weeks
I'm
into
a savage
our, yeah,
prick. I'm savage.
2
I'm a
weeks
savage
into,
prick.
2 weeks into
That's-
dating, he had 2 kids.
All right, so the woman should be honest, but the guy, you know, whatever.
So why didn't you leave after you found out?
I didn't find out until your son was 2 and your daughter was 4.
I was busy.
And at the time,
wow. Oh, wow.
yeah, it was 2 years later when I found out when he
So
was.
it's a little too late. A little too late.
I answered the door and he was being served with divorce papers.
Yeah, but was it like married, living together, married, or was it?
And she was on the coast.
She was she after she had her son or his son. She she left the state and went to Washington State.
Oh, she was smart. Good for her. Well, that situation's different though. It's not like she was in the picture. You know what I mean?
And they weren't even living together when we met.
See,
Yeah,
then
that's a
why-
whole different situation. That's just paperwork, man. That's all
Yeah.
that is.
so why would it have mattered to you?
Because you would have definitely had to have explained to me at that point in time if you said, "Hey, I'm married," to be like, "And what do you mean by married?"
There
Well,
would be
it
a
is,
long,
yeah.
long talk.
I'm a man. I would lie.
Of course you would.
Exactly.
And
Yeah, but
even when the divorce papers came, he goes, "It ain't me."
You did the Shaggy defense. It wasn't me.
That's it's just like if I was caught on video doing something. It ain't me.
Hey, that's
Nah.
AI now, dude. Like you can't prove that. That's AI.
I'm too old school. It ain't me. I don't know what
see,
you're talking.
I think if you're in that kind of situation and you know the girl done bounced on you, I mean, you're not together with that person. You just have paperwork together.
I mean, I think it would have been different if she was already out of the state and we started dating, but you know, she was still here.
Yeah, that's pretty.
So I
gnarly.
think that's a clever way of dating again. If you were married, just don't tell her.
Just don't tell who you're dating. You're
Yeah,
married.
just don't tell her till it's too late and she's in love and now she's got no other
you
choice
just
but to
trap
do
her.
it.
Just trap her,
Yeah,
Hollywood.
trap a bitch. That's what that's
I
called.
feel like I was set up for a trap.
Well, you women do it all the time with men. Oh,
Yes,
I'm
they-
pregnant.
They'll
that's a
hold their
good point.
legs.
That's a
They'll
good
hold their
point.
legs and make sure you can't get off of them. You know what I mean? So that's a trap. Now that this is an equal trap for men.
That's a good point. Women do it all the time. Dirty rods.
Trust me, I know. I have children.
One term deserves another, in my opinion. Right there. But I don't think you tell them anything. You know, because most of the time men are just looking to get in your pants anyway for a one-nighter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and if you just got out of a relationship, do you really want to tell somebody you're dating how your last relationship ended? I mean, do you?
Well,
Isn't
that's
that
the biggest.
not
That's the
make it look good?
that's the biggest
I
red
think
flag
it
in the world.
depends on the relationship you're currently trying to get in.
Or what?
Because I'll tell you what, me and my lady, we're very open about. First of all, me and my lady both knew about our exes before they were even exes. So I guess maybe it's a little different for me and my lady because we already knew
It's a
about
little
these
unique.
people.
And
Yeah,
and you both
if
were.
you call it that.
Well, you were both transparent with it.
Yeah, and we've talked about our exes, their traits, things that bothered us, stuff like that. We're really open with each other on that note. Like, I think when you get a little older, I mean, come on, man. Ain't none of us coming in no relationship a virgin.
Right.
We've done what we've done in our past. And it's kind of cool when you can be really open with your relationship with your past and stuff like that. Like we talk about things that went on when she was married to her ex-husband. We talk about how things were with her ex-boyfriend. I talk about things how they were with one of my exes, my recent ex that I was with for a long time. We're pretty open with that, and it's cool. But you can't always be open like that either. With
No, that's
with your
something that I'm
relationship.
definitely not comfortable talking about.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just
And I
personally.
get that. I totally get that.
Like I don't want to hear about your bullshit past. I don't want to know about no man
Right.
that was in you. I don't want to, you know what I mean? Like I just don't give a hell about none of that because like you said, none of us are virgins. So
Right.
it would be very selfish of me, to expect that. But at the same time, I just don't want to hear it.
Right.
Well,
No, I get that too.
Especially
It just
especially
depends
Mike
on the
with
people.
especially Mike with the TikTok dating now. How
TikTok,
the hell do you even, or not TikTok? What is that? Tinder?
Tinder.
Tinder, yeah.
How does
Oh.
people See, maybe I like going out and actually meeting somebody,
Mhm.
but what do you, Danny and China, think about this? What is it? Tinder?
Tinder.
So I'm gonna be very
Can't even tell
transparent.
anybody like
I'm gonna be
that.
very transparent. I met my old lady on Tinder,
You
Of
a
course
freak.
you did. You're
so
12
it
years old.
worked.
I mean, that
But
makes sense.
I'm Jesus Christ.
He's
Uh,
12.
Anywho, it actually sometimes works. You know what I mean?
And you know what? It does. But I think it only works if you're young and that's what your generation does personally.
Well, yeah, because the biggest actual dating application in the world right now is actually Instagram. It's the
Okay.
biggest
Well,
dating app, you know?
Yeah.
you're
So
completely in love with Instagram, but
no,
You know,
that's actually
it really
a
is.
statistics truth. That's actually a statistic truth.
he's not lying, because you know how many people I've blocked because they'll hit me up on the message thing on
1000%.
Instagram saying, "Hey, how are you? Where you from?"
1000%.
I was just going to
If you're
say,
a
you mean all
woman,
those girls that are in my inbox are real?
Yeah, they probably are.
Hey, babe, you might have some problems coming our way. I'm just letting you know ahead of time.
yeah, those are bots for men. Those are bots for men.
You met your old lady on Tinder. How were you open with her when you first met her? Did you
Always.
tell her everything about you?
Yes, I was wide open. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell her about like my past relationships and all of that ordeal, but I will, explain who I am and very open about it.
I don't think he had any other choice but to tell her about his leg.
Well, I mean, actually, I advertised that even in the pictures so that people knew what they were signing up for. You know what I
Right.
mean? I did that
Yeah.
respectfully.
Mhm.
And for me, I'm proud of it, so it worked out for me. I
Right.
look at it as like a badge of honor, you know what I mean? So
Right.
for me, I wear it in pride. So, but
Is-
she saw that and she didn't even care. She's like, man, I look at this as sexy, you know what I mean? So
That's awesome. That's really awesome, man.
yeah, it worked out.
Don't you
I
find
think,
it weird?
like, I when I first, because, for those watching and listening, I was in a relationship, kind of like on and off, but more on and off for 8 years, and it was horrible. But when I first was single and trying to mingle, so to speak, I tried the internet thing, and what I found is, number one, women really like to lie about their looks big time.
Holy
I
snappy, are
learned
you right?
I learned that any girl looking up in the camera, just swipe the hell past, because she's not the person she's trying to act like she is. All the
She
filters
about
and
40
crap,
pounds
stop it.
heavier. She about 40
Yeah,
pounds heavier than if
exactly. I mean,
minimum.
dude, there was
One
this one
of
chick I
these-
met, man. Yeah, exactly, China doll. Yeah, the camera's like way up in the sky and shit, and it's like, no, stop. I met this chick, man. She was cool too, but the problem is she was saying everything that any man would want to hear. And I
That's
was
called
just
a
like,
pick me.
yeah,
That's
and
a
I'm
pick
like,
me
this
right
is
there.
not who you are. This is
No.
not you. And if it is, it's impossible, right? So, but anyway, she sends me pictures and she looked great. And I met her, and all I could say is, you ever seen a Clydesdale? You ever seen a
No,
Clydesdale horse?
I'm ignorant to this, so no.
All right, so if you ever seen a Clydesdale horse, just look it up when we get off.
Oh,
That's
a
what she looked
horse.
like. Yeah, just hips as big as my car. Just a big old woman. And I'm like, come on. And one thing I realized on the dating app too is a lot of women, most women don't understand what fat and thick is. They just don't get that idea. They don't understand it. I put on my thing clear as day, and I'm like, look, man, look, all you women are beautiful. I'm not trying to hate. I'm not trying to talk bad about you women out here. All I
Not
was
all
saying
women are
is,
beautiful.
yeah, all women are
That's
beautiful
a
to
that
somebody.
no,
To
no,
somebody. Not to
Stop
me,
the
but to
cap.
somebody, you're
no.
beautiful.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm just not into bigger women, you know. I'm a bigger guy, and I'm not into bigger women. And I put it on my description or whatever, clear as day, my heading. And these girls still hit me up, and I'd be like, "Girl, I already said I'm not into big women." Well, I'm thick. No,
Big
no,
booty
you're
Judy
fat.
still wanted you,
You're
man.
friggin' fat. You're not thick.
I would not do good on Tinder then.
No, you
No,
would.
you wouldn't. You
Oh
wouldn't,
no,
because I didn't do good
you would
either.
end
I
up
didn't meet anybody off of there.
Hollywood, because you would meet them in person after talking to them, and they're capping you the whole time. They're messing with you like with these fake pictures, and then you literally meet up with them, and you're just like, you are
Mhm.
not the person at all that you presented yourself as. And
You know
now
what I did every time
we're
I
sitting
met
here at this
somebody off of
awkward
Tinder?
dinner.
Every time I met a chick off of Tinder and it turned out she was catfishing me, I left her with the bill. I walked out on her.
Good, good. You should.
No in
Like
Hollywood's luck.
that's the least you can do is pick.
No in Hollywood's luck. He'd think it's like
No,
a
I
really hot looking chick and end up being a midget.
End up being a dude.
I swear to God, every single time I see something regarding midgets, I instantly think of Hollywood. If not, I probably just I send it to him most of the time. I don't know. I just know he's got this infatuation with midgets. It's great.
it happens. It happens. So what's the second one, China?
Oh, I'm getting a giggle from some of the comments over there. Don't pretend.
Oh, I can't do that.
Yeah. I think all of us here on this panel are pretty.
Yeah, it says don't pretend to be someone you're not.
Exactly. I agree.
You know how many slaps in the face I would get with these? You look like a hot shit, and I think you turn out to be a whale. Oh my god.
Well, I always
Insane with me.
I always say that that's exactly my biggest flex is I always say who I am. I don't hide myself, and I truly believe that in itself, without having to fake anything ever, is the biggest flex possible. I'm not sitting here trying to portray something that I'm not.
Mhm.
From a woman's perspective, because you women always get hit on.
Yeah.
How do you look at that stuff where a man tries to act like something he's not? He tries to give a big old story. I'm a millionaire. Next thing you know, you find out that he is in his mom's basement.
Yeah, can you figure that out like right away on conversations, or does it sometimes take a minute?
It's probably. I mean, it might depend. I mean, usually maybe by the second date you catch on, not always by the first date, but most of those dates don't end up going into a second date.
Right.
Because you think that they're talking so much about themselves that it's one of those it's too good to be true kind of
That's got to
situation.
be a red flag if they're constantly talking about themselves and they're not like asking like who you are.
If they don't want to ask about who you are on the date, and it's all about, hey, and I do this, and this is what I do, and this is where I've been, and blah, blah. I think they're just making themselves look extravagant, and they're not.
What's up, Chase? I should do an experiment for the Madhouse show.
You gonna go on Tinder?
I should go on Tinder and do a Tinder update on the Madhouse.
I dare you.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually work unless you meet them in person, because you can sit there and message all these chicks all day long and it looks great.
No, but I'll set it up where I meet them. I'll have China filming it for everybody.
Yes, if you could have
think
like
Hollywood
China
just figured out a way
like,
to still be able to date in his relationship.
Yeah, and have it recorded. China's in the bush, she's sitting there filming.
Oh my god, that would be an ultimate reality show right there.
There you go.
Oh man.
Call it catfishing. I want to go fishing.
Hollywood's fish.
I think dating after your 40s is just, it's ridiculous. We're all damaged goods. We're all messed up.
Yeah, no, you guys go on Bumble. Go on Bumble.
Yeah.
That's where
we all got issues. We've all been in shitty relationships. We're all mad at each other.
All been screwed over.
You know,
Yeah.
We're
wouldn't
all
that,
messed up, man.
that would be a good experience to show everybody just what people are on Tinder.
Dirty
Mhm.
Knob says that you should set up an ad as you're a chick.
No, thank you.
Yeah, that's some serious catfish.
No, Chase. POF is definitely not where it's at. Yeah, if you like fat chicks, that's the spot to go to.
I'd have to
That's
dress
all
them
I
up.
found on
I
it.
don't know. That's some old.
I found
old
out
man
that
shit, Chase.
I'm like a god amongst the fat women committee. Like they love me for some reason. It's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, that was funny shit. So you want to do that, China? You know what? And then we'll have Danny do it, and we'll have Mike do it.
Nah, man, you ain't getting me putting that bullshit. My woman ain't she ain't gonna record because she's not big on recording felonies. Y'all do that little. You could do that experiment yourselves. I'm not doing it.
That'd be a hell of a reality show, I tell you that.
Well, I'm gonna fly to Illinois, and we're gonna make this happen, Hollywood. We're doing this together.
There you go.
You know, Mike, I don't think these two understand that we're with Latina women, bro. Like, our women ain't playing that bullshit, man.
You are right. I mean, the chanclas do fly around, and
Bro.
if it ain't a chancla, it's a freaking frying pan, dude.
Yes, sir.
That would be the good one, Hollywood Undercover.
You better hope it's somebody that's not a follower.
I don't know how good you are undercover.
Yeah. It'll be Chase in a wig. That's how he got me over there. Like he just said, that's where I got Danny at. That's how I got Chase. He put a wig on, a little lipstick. He a pretty little boy when he gets dressed up.
Hey, Rich is 100% correct. Fat chicks love everybody. Yep.
No, I don't know about that.
They love everybody. It's true.
For the most part.
And that's what I was talking about on my last show, man, with blacks. They like them big asses and stuff like that. They like fat chicks. I don't know why.
I mean, what's wrong with a big booty? Shit.
Big booty?
You're like, shit, what's the problem?
Yeah. Well,
problem
why you gotta
is,
get all racial and shit?
No, I like it.
I'm
tight.
making Danny feel
I like
uncomfortable right now.
I like it.
No,
tight
not at all.
and, I want it tight and like small. You know what I mean? Like, why does it have to be like 250 pounds?
Yeah, I can't do that.
You know?
Chase does like Mexicans, but white women is where it's at.
No, white women are problems.
Ooh, ouch, China. How do you respond to that?
Oh no, here we go. Oh,
You know what? I don't think white women are problems, but they're definitely
privileged,
I mean, not all,
entitled.
obviously. Not all, because China's awesome, but
yes, China is the exception. China's the exception.
I think they just expect too much. That like I should say in my encounters, white women have always been the type that they want everything their way. They want this. They want that. They just want everything.
Accurate.
I want, and it's like, bitch, do you know how to give? Do you know anything about that?
Don't.
Come on, China. Let me hear you.
What?
I said not China. China's awesome.
This is not regarding China.
Not regarding me.
Now, if you were off air, they all be busting.
Oh, if I wasn't on right now?
Yeah.
You know what, Hollywood? Don't be outing us like that. That's not right.
Yeah, that's not very cool.
I have to see China in person. I'm not lucky like Mike. I'm not out in California.
Easy. You think I'm going to be able to escape you guys for that long? Yeah, right.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You think white women expect too much?
I ain't gonna lie, but yeah.
At least I love the honesty. I love the honesty.
I'll be real. Yeah, they do. They expect everything and anything.
And that probably goes to the conversation. That's how their mothers raised them.
And I'm not gonna say, I'll be honest, I'm not gonna say
it's generations of white privilege.
It's not all white. It's not all white women. Not
No,
all,
no, it's not all.
but a high majority.
Yeah, it's a very high majority.
They want everything given to them on a silver platter.
Hey, Dirty Knobs might be onto something, Hollywood. Insane Throttle dating app coming soon.
Oh wow, the Madhouse crew can get sexualized. You know what I mean?
That'd be a damn good idea.
I'm saying a real biker dating app. There you go.
Hell yeah.
You know,
Funny as
you
hell.
know, we should put that together.
Yeah, you should.
Like,
I think it's a good idea.
Hollywood
That
gets
is.
all the women out. But what's another one about this?
what the hell? Hollywood gets to test all the women.
Oh my god.
You know, Danny won't, so it's fine.
No, I'm good. I'm good with the woman I got.
The next one is
Not the cat.
talk to your single friends. One of the hardest parts about dating again is actually participating in the dating game once more. If you've been in a long-term relationship, you might feel rusty.
I'm never
Definitely.
rusty. But of course, like Mike says, you go up to a woman nowadays, they'll slap the shit out of you, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, doing that like cold, you know, approach, just walking up to them, a lot of them don't even know how to socially maturely handle that situation anymore. They freak out. Get away from me! I'll call the cops. I mean, some people freak out.
I have never gotten that.
Oh
I
yeah,
wish
no,
I would. I'd record the whole situation.
Oh no, it's a trip. It's a trip. But you got to remember, I'm speaking from my generation. I don't know how it is in people dating in 30s and 40s. You know, it's a lot different.
Yeah.
Are you calling us old?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
I mean, it's only fair. We call him a child. So
yeah, so fuck off, you know?
WD-40 as lube on the next episode of Dating with Hollywood.
I prefer PB Blaster myself.
You better watch what you're saying. Somebody try it.
I like to penetrate it.
Oh my goodness. What was that again? I lost myself.
This is a great episode.
Yeah, D-Lo shows up late. I don't know how late, but I definitely showed up late. I totally forgot we even had a show today. I'm still on the Sunday regimen.
Right.
Oh, that's all right, because when I was posting in Instagram, I kept typing in the word for Sunday, and I'm like, damn it, no, backtrack.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm so late, I didn't even get to put it on my channel. It's like, oh, I looked at Instagram and I'm like, oh shit.
You can just take it. You can take it, download it, and then re-upload it.
How hard is it for women to date after a long relationship?
God, I think
We always hell because they hurry up and do it right away, Hollywood.
They need security.
Every single one of them. As soon as they get off them, man, they hurry up and find one to get on.
I was about to say it's got to take a minute actually
because they're loving
based
and
off
caring.
of emotions. They're based off of emotions, so it's got to be.
But the ones that run out and get somebody right away, it's because of the fact that they were so used to what they were dealing with to begin with, and they don't want to be alone, so they're gonna run out and just go get some dick.
So is that women? All women?
No, it's not all women.
What's the percentage of those women?
Because for me,
high amount.
Extremely high.
Probably over 60%.
Wow. Okay.
Way over.
So how is it for women to date?
I mean, like me personally, if Hollywood and I weren't together anymore, it'd take me a while before I'd even try dating. Because
you'd be at the bar this weekend. Don't lie.
No, I actually, well, I would probably be there, but
and then she'd be drunk, and then some nice looking guy walk up. Oh, baby, what's the matter? And she'd be like, "Oh, Hollywood broke up with me," and he'd be like, "Oh, that's so." And the next thing you know, there you go.
No, no.
I'm staying out of this one.
How hard is it to date for you women?
it's very difficult because you never know if the guy is being real or fake.
Right.
I gotta concede that one. Us males are assholes.
And so it's like it's like not easy to pick.
Well,
Like
Hollywood,
trying to date.
think about it. A woman goes into a bar, all eyes are on her, nonstop. Like all the men are nonstop trying to get at this chick. We walk through a bar, no one gives a fuck. No one sees, no one blinks an eye, no one sees us. You know what I mean? So imagine
Speak for
having that type of
yourself.
imagine having that attention, that sexual attention nonstop.
I know, me and Hollywood
does
got it
how does a
horrible. It
woman
sucks,
how
don't
does
it, Hollywood?
but listen, how
Yeah,
does a
right?
woman decipher when every man is on that same level of thinking? How do they decipher which man is speaking truth? And you know what I mean? Because it's men are at fault too for playing too many games.
I mean, I'm the type
So
of person
Wayne
that
Lovejoy brings up a very valid point, and it's something I've said so many times in life. China says you never know if a guy is being real or fake, but women wear makeup daily. That is such a fact. Women will
And
talk about guys being fake all the time, but they wear makeup. They wear booster bras. They even got fake booties now. A woman can have everything fake now. What do we got?
and
Like,
guess what, Danny? All of that is for men. All of it.
mhm.
All of it. What I don't care what woman says, oh no, I wanted it for me. I wanted it because it makes me feel good. No. It makes you feel good because you get good, positive attention from men. That's
I
why
wouldn't
it
necessarily say
validates you.
that, but
Yeah,
for
it's a
the
validation.
majority, yes.
All of it is done unless it's like they've had an insecurity with their lips their entire life and they want to get a little
Right.
lip filler. That's something different. But I'm talking about like extreme stuff like that, like
Yeah.
BBLs and all that bullshit. That's all for men.
I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go grab something. Go ahead with the comment.
Wow.
Absolutely.
He got excited.
No, he right now he went and did some research because we're doing a lot of these talks right now, and he's like, "All right, guys, just gonna go over here to this website real quick. I'll be right back." China Doll knows it's only about like 2-3 minutes, so he'll be back quick.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
It's all good.
I've seen so many videos though where people are talking about like, women always say that, all men are kind of fake and stuff, and it's like everything about you is fake.
Right.
From the word Jump Street, everything about you is bullshit. The makeup, getting jeans that kind of pulls your butt up a little bit, and I mean, there's so many things out there for women, and it's like, but you talking about what's a man, who's real and who's fake? Like,
That's
come
why
on, man.
that's why I say you got like 95% of these women, they are street walkers for real. You know what I mean? They are street walkers.
Yeah, some of them, yeah, no doubt, man.
Let's see. We got K Wayne saying, actually, Mike, you might be underestimating how much of these women do is for other women. They actually really care about their image. Yes, they do. They care about their image with other women specifically because they're in competition with each other for men. Okay. So it boils down always down to men. Yes, it's competition with each other, but it's because they want to look the best of the group for other men.
I'm gonna have to disagree with Mikey about why women wear makeup.
Okay, go ahead.
Because and I think Hollywood can attest to this too, because I used to get up every morning and not wear makeup, go to work with no makeup.
Sure.
And
She looks scary.
And the
But
minute
you're comfortable with yourself already, I can tell by that. But yeah.
And to be honest with you, for me personally, when I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is I wash my face and put my makeup on. And to me, it ain't because I want to look good for the people on the show. It's not because I want to look good for Hollywood.
Sure.
Because it does actually make me feel better. Because
so you're selfish. You don't care about your man.
I don't care.
So
I'm doing
so
it.
you don't like the nice comments that you receive when you're out and about, you know what I mean?
Well, and I don't go heavy into makeup either. It's like I put
No,
on eyeliner
and
and
respectfully,
lipstick.
you don't. You're also you got to
She don't go
remember
heavy in the paint.
you got to also remember that you're not the average like what we were talking about. You're
I
not the
mean,
women that we're talking about. You
I,
are
I, I, I cover the bags under my eyes, but that's about it. I don't go heavy into war paint. You know, it's
right.
like I get under the eyes, I put my eyeliner on, my lipstick, I'm done. I'm low
No, as
maintenance.
Danny says, I mean, there's just women that like will wear clown makeup. Like you go like this, and it's like, holy shit, you just took out like an entire piece of cake. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah, there's a
Matthew
lot.
Meatballs, Black Dragon gets with a crossdresser on Hollywood Undercover.
Holy shit, I gotta highlight that.
I think Black Dragon's way ahead of you on that one.
Oh my god. BD, yeah, he's definitely on some different level shit.
I mean,
Poor BD.
some women do some women do their makeup because it makes them feel better about themselves as a person. But some, I will agree, go overboard and put way too much on.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't really technically need to put that much on. Just do something simple.
And
You know,
also,
I take my lipstick off when I go to work.
but
I just have my makeup on when I go to work. I don't wear lipstick to work.
You gotta also remember that the city girls are a lot different than suburban girls. You know what I mean? There's a different like I would consider the city girls like streetwalkers. You know, they act totally different than like how they would out in a smaller town or something like that. It's totally different too. So
Well, it is. If you got a broad in Chicago compared to a broad in on the outskirts, they do act different.
right.
I mean, and it's like if I work at a gas station, I'm not out to impress. You know, it's like if you walk into the gas station, out of all the employees we have there, me and one other girl who are both licensed hairdressers, we are the only two that actually put something on our face. The rest of them don't.
Okay, well, forget about that. What about the bar?
At the bar, I wear what I have face wise right now. That's it.
No, I'm just saying, you know,
I'll go in
you're gonna get good compliments at the bar when us men
do.
we would never get a compliment.
No, if you look at the pornos,
I get
women get
compliments.
paid more than men.
Oh, by a long shot. By like 3-4 times.
I get compliments at work. Oh, are those your real eye color? Oh my God, your eyes are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the biggest compliment I get is everybody stares at my eyes. And it's like, okay, are you wearing contacts? No, these are mine. I don't wear contacts.
These are real.
These are mine. But it's like, other than that, it's like, that's the only compliment I really get.
See you later, Queen.
At work or at the bar is just comments about my eyes. That's usually the only comments I really get.
So what you're saying is women don't have a hard time getting back in the dating pool like men.
I don't think women will have as much of a hard time as a man would, but women are a little bit more particular on who they want to date. I guess.
I disagree.
Where you, like you say all the time, you'll stick your dick in anything. Even the
but sex is so much different than a relationship. Sex and relationships are two totally
I don't know, man.
things.
I'm going to be completely transparent and honest here. When I came out of my long-term relationship, the last thing I wanted to do was stick my shit in anybody, man. It was weird. Like everything felt weird, you know what I mean? Because I was comfortable with what I had, you know, and you know, it was an abrupt thing. So I was just like, man, I didn't want to be with anybody. I'd hang out with a chick, and I'm sitting there talking to her, and there was a couple women, man. They were very pretty women. They were cool, you know, and everything was fine. But I was just like, I felt uncomfortable. It was so weird, man.
It's K
Well,
Wayne.
it sounds like it was you know, love that hurt, you know, that was abrupt, you know, and sounds like something that, of course, that you just weren't interested in messing
Right.
with anybody else, you know, and I get that too. I get that like mind state.
No,
Um,
it wasn't like I didn't want to mess with anybody. It was just like,
just the interest was so
I,
not there.
yeah, it wasn't there.
Right.
That emotional connection that I thought I had at the time, which I mean, I really didn't now that I think about it, but at the time I did. And yeah, it was just weird, man. Like touching another woman, it was just weird to me,
Yep.
because it was my first long-term relationship, so you know, it just everything was weird to me, man. And the whole getting to know somebody all over again and
It's like you're
all
thinking
that
of like, man, I got to
bullshit.
restart on
Oh my
everything.
God, did it suck, dude.
Yep.
I'm so thankful that I met the woman I'm with
And
now,
I was
man.
just
'Cause
about to
I'm
say,
like,
like, how beautiful that, I mean, you had to go through all that BS in order
yeah,
to get to this point.
no
You know what I
doubt.
mean? So it also shows the appreciation now because you've gone through those BS women. You know now
Yep,
that you're with someone that is worth of value, someone that's amazing,
yep,
you know, that gels
exactly.
well with you. And just like how I found that with me, you
Yep.
know, I was very lucky.
Mhm.
What's another one?
Take your time. The most important tip to remember when you start dating again is to take your time and don't rush yourself into anything you might not be ready to experience.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Way
Well,
too many people
I
rush.
think I think one of the main things is when you get out of a long-term relationship, I think the first thing you need to do, and it doesn't matter who broke up with who filed the divorce papers, whatever, because it's a breakup. It's a loss. You got to be
Mhm.
able to you got to grieve what you just ended before you go jump into something else.
Oh, do
I,
I
I
agree?
agree.
Well,
You
well,
got to find yourself again.
You
but
got to
Because here's another thing you don't realize either. You lose yourself in a relationship. I don't give a shit if it's a good one or a bad one.
true, true.
You truly, and by losing yourself, I mean,
Hmm.
you don't grow. I guess you don't really grow. You know what I'm saying? You grow a different way, maybe, I guess
Yeah,
is a
but you're not
better way of saying it.
personally
you're
growing.
growing
Yeah,
more, you're
so
growing more as a couple than you're growing as an individual.
Mhm.
exactly,
And you
exactly.
need
So when you
you
get out of that relationship, yeah, you find out like, damn, like I don't even like doing this no more. What the, you know what I mean? Like everything is so weird to you. So yeah, I agree. Taking your time, healing is a big part of it, especially for women. Heal yourself from that relationship, especially if it was a toxic one. And let yourself grow as a person. Find
Yeah,
out who you are again, you know, and then you
acceptance
can kind of
too.
move on.
Acceptance too. You know,
well,
a lot of the times,
here's
Yeah.
it's hard for a lot of people to accept the situation that happened to them. You know,
Hmm.
and that's something that will hold you back massively if you don't accept the things that we cannot control, right? You know, it's like we have to just accept the things.
Well, and
So,
it's I'm sure both sides of the relationship when you break up from a long-term relationship, you sit there and you go, "Okay, why in hell's name did that happen? Where did I
mhm.
go wrong? How can I fix
Hmm.
Well, you
this?"
should do that though. The
You got
self-reflection is a good
yeah,
thing.
you got to sit there and be like, "Okay, did I do this wrong? Did we both screw up or did he do this wrong?" Or, you got to sit there and you got to reflect on what just happened before you can just jump into something else.
Yeah, because otherwise you're just all you're doing is bringing your access baggage
Yep.
into a new relationship, and you're gonna make that toxic.
Princesses out there on those guys, man. Read that one, John.
So one night stand her and stalk her with an axe handle in hand and get pissed off if she only wanted a one night stand and had another one night stand. Fun.
Women are having a lot more one night stands now than men are.
The
I think
the,
so.
the
Yeah, they are.
sexual gap is actually getting right now women the sexual gap is actually getting closer and closer to men than ever before now. Uh they're having just as much fun as us men, pretty much. It's kind of wild. I mean,
Yeah,
they'll go
I
out there
think
and
I
do
think
one night
they've
stands.
always had just as much fun. They're just being a little more open about it now.
I know, well, statistics actually back it up now. So, I mean, whether it's always been that way or not, I don't think that women have always been this promiscuous throughout our history. I think we are at the most.
Let's
I
be
think we
honest.
are at the most promiscuous than we've
Yeah,
ever been in our life.
And Chicago was way ahead of its time, right?
Well, that's
Holly?
prostitutes. That's prostitutes. I'm not talking about
No, I'm
prostitutes.
talking about real women. We weren't going around paying for pussy. That's you, homie, not us.
Trust me,
Pussy
homie.
paid us, dog.
I ain't
Pussy
no
paid
simp.
us.
I ain't no simp. I don't pay for none of that shit. I don't listen, man. You out of control. You out of control.
Uh,
Well, let's just admit it. Women are proud to be hoes now.
They are.
They just straight up hoe.
Not all women. Not
especially
all.
Princess, apparently. Hey, you know what, Princess? You know what? Don't blame the guys. Maybe you just got some really good poom poom, and that's why these guys are stalking you and shit. I've had it happen to me. It sucks, but it's not that bad.
We're not talking about the poodle down the street, Danny.
Oh,
It was a nice doggy. I gotta get peanut butter. That reminds me.
Oh my goodness. Well, that was a great conversation. 7 remarkable, clever tips for dating again.
That was
never
fantastic.
dating any of you fuckers.
Don't forget, every Friday, right after the Madhouse, we got it on right here with the BCAN podcast. Everybody have a good weekend. Get out there and ride. If you got a motorcycle, be careful. We're out of here, baby.
MCs